Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Essence Janay, and today's video is a simple get ready with me. I am getting ready for brunch with my twin sister, so I wanted to take you guys through that process. Not only am I going to be playing in makeup today, but I'm also going to be sharing outfit details with you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoy the structure of today's video. Now, of course, if you love the content, definitely give it a thumbs up so that I know you guys enjoy it. And of course, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Also, make sure you click that bell so you can be notified every single time that I upload. With all of that being said, we are going to jump straight into today's video. So make sure you grab your makeup brushes, matcha tea, water, whatever it is that you're into, and let's get started. So as I said in the beginning, I am getting ready for brunch, and of course the first step for me personally is laying and slaying my makeup. That is before I do anything. But before we get into the makeup portion of today's video, I want to talk about today's collaboration. Today I have the opportunity to collaborate with Dossier. They reached out to me and I felt like it was the right thing to do. I was super excited and all in to collaborate. Now, if you don't know, Dossier is a brand that is based out of New York, and they produce luxury high-end fragrances at a fraction of the cost. Now, the concept of their whole brand and what they do is take high-end fragrances and basically create a dupe, but again at a fraction of the cost. And you guys know I'm really big on looking good and feeling good on a budget. And it's not just about makeup that we want to save. Like, we want to save in all aspects of life, and perfumes is definitely one of those things. I have been really big on liking and wanting to try all these different types of high-end perfumes, but I just can't always get myself to go out and spend $200, $230, $50, let alone $60 for one bottle of perfume. I mean, I have done it, but I don't always want to do it. So a great thing about Dossier is that they have what is called a risk-free purchase. You can go online, order your fragrance, test it out. If you don't like the scent that you got, you can definitely return it within 30 days, risk-free. You definitely will get all of your money back, so that is great. We love when we can test things out, and if we don't like them, we have that option to either switch it out or get your money back, like I said. So they definitely have that, but they also have what they consider to be bulk deals, where you buy 3 or more fragrances and you spend less money, and you also get free shipping. So that's also something to look into. And of course, your girl came through with a coupon code, so I definitely have that, as well as a link which will be down in the description box for anyone who's interested. Now, I do want to share with you guys what fragrance I got and what made me get this fragrance. So first and foremost, it comes in a box. It comes in a brown box, but then inside that box there's this box which has their brand name on it. Of course, I love the neutral color and just the simplicity of the packaging. When you open it up, you have inside the box where it says iconic scents, designer quality, and no markups, which is what they stand by. And it comes with a little postcard, if you will, with again the brand logo and a clear picture of a perfume bottle. And then in the back it tells you what fragrance it is, the notes, what perfume it's inspired by, the concentration, a little mission statement, if you will, and how it works. So very cute, very sleek packaging. Now, underneath that you have your actual fragrance, and for me, I picked the I cannot say this, Forg Out. I think I'm butchering that. Don't ask me why I picked a perfume with such a complicated name for myself, but it is what it is. So this fragrance in specific is inspired by Tom's Ford Oudwood, and I've heard so many good things about that fragrance, which made me pick this one to test and try out. I don't personally own the Tom Ford version of this perfume to really test it out and compare it, but your girl did make a purchase herself. Like, this was gifted to me, but I did make my own separate purchase, just yesterday, and I can't wait for it to come in so that way I can truly compare one with the other, because I do actually have the replica Beach Walk, and it's like a little mini because I ran out of the full-size bottle and that's all I had left. So it would be great to really see if they truly compare to one another, and if they do, then your girl just saved a lot of coin. So one thing I want to mention as we get into the makeup, I'm just going to start by priming my skin with the Smashbox Love Ritual. This is their primer water. Just sprayed a little bit of that on just to kind of like refresh my face. But when it comes to the fragrance, you guys, if there's any fragrance that you don't see on their website and you think that they should create or replicate, essentially, they definitely take that type of thing into consideration. So you can send them an email or contact them in some way, shape, or form, or leave a comment and let them know. And yeah, they look at that all the time, so that is something to be aware of. I know that the Jazz Club by Replica, which I just purchased just yesterday, is definitely a newer fragrance that they created. So again, I'm super excited, and you guys can definitely stay tuned to my channel and my vlogs, because I would definitely be updating you guys on that product and again how it truly compares. But based off of what I've read and what I've seen, they definitely are comparable to the high-end options. But don't just take my word for it, you know, do your research and all that good stuff. And like I said, all this stuff will be down below. So I'm moving on to priming the skin. I'm using this Hard Candy Hydrating Primer, and I really like this one more than I like the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I don't know, I just truly prefer it. To me, it's definitely more hydrating and things like that, and it really helps the makeup really stick, you know. I am going to be doing something a little more full coverage yet again today, so we are going in with an actual foundation because homegirl got blemishes to cover up. I mean, this little thing decided to just come and invade my space and just make itself a little home, so I am going to cover that up. Normally, I would try to cover up like my blemishes in the beginning before I lay down my foundation and everything, but today I think I'm going to lay down my foundation first and then go in with, you know, some correcting measures to correct it. I'm not going to use a color corrector per se, but we're going to figure it out. It's just a theory that I have in my mind, and I really want to test it out. So now that the face is nice and primed, we are going to go in with color corrector, but it's not for the purpose of correcting that necessarily. This is the Milani Supercharged Under Eye Tint, and again, this is in 120 Peach, and I'm just going to pop this on underneath my eyes and my T-zone. So today is one of those days where I am going to be doing my base makeup before the eyeshadow, and I'm going to go in with the Morphe foundation. This is their Filter Effect foundation, and I really do like this one. I feel like it's very comparable to the Nars, which we used in the last video, but I decided not to pull out the same one. I didn't want you guys to kill me for using the same product again in another video right after, you know, one right after the other. So I reached for this one because I really do like this one as well, and I'm just using that same brush that I was using for like concealer, or not concealer, I'm sorry, color corrector, and I'm just applying this everywhere before I go in with my sponge. But like I said, this one is very comparable to the Nars, of course, at a cheaper price point, which we love over here. And I'm just going to start blending this in with my sponge. This sponge is the e.l.f. sponge, and I really do like this sponge because it's very porous, but it lays the makeup down really nicely as well, which I love. And this foundation is definitely more of like a comfortable matte finish. So as you can see, we get coverage from this, but my blemish of course is still gonna like pop up and peek through because it's texture basically that's happening right now. The fact that it's raised on the skin, can't really cover that up with makeup, so we're just gonna have to kind of deal with it, which sucks, but we move. Now I know I just used this concealer, but I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way in Warm Beige. And I'm just gonna pop this underneath the eyes as I normally would. I just want something that's gonna give me a little brightness. Honestly, I could have pulled for the hourglass as well, just to add a little bit of that in there, but we're already here, so I'm not even gonna do that. To blend it out, I'm gonna use the same sponge. I do like to use a brush every now and then. I have this one from e.l.f. This is their dual-ended brush, their complexion duo brush. And sometimes I just like to tap on top with that brush after I go over it with the sponge, or I'll use the brush first and then the sponge. It just depends. So for my lids, I'm just priming them with the Nars Soft Matte Concealer. Really, truly nothing new to see over here, honestly. And I did take a little bit of it on the blemish, and I'm just going to tap around it just because I don't want to disturb literally on top of it. I mean, it's already raised as it is, so there's really not much I can do about that. And then for the lids, I'm just going to use this brush just to blend it all in, because we do want to prep them for shadow, even though we're not doing our eyeshadow just yet. I kind of like to do this step with the complexion just because it just makes sense. For a little definition, I'm going to use some cream contour from Huda, because we definitely need that right about now. And I'm just going to cream contour like I always do. This type of look definitely calls for cream contour, especially since we are looking so pale. I don't think that foundation was the best match for me, but we always know how to make it work. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I was up so late last night, and I just started going on like this spiral of like looking at my old videos and stuff. And anybody that told me that I could do makeup back then lied. Okay, I was cringing looking at my old videos. I almost wanted to put them on private, but I won't do that because it's memories. It just kind of shows me like where I was then versus where I'm at now. But woo, back then it was rough. I was like, what in the world? Like, it was not it, sis. Not it at all. You guys know how like trends just kind of like die out over time. I mean, and then they tend to repeat themselves, but like it wasn't even because I was like trying to follow a trend or anything like that. It was bad makeup all around, in my opinion. Alright, so now that I have the cream contour laid, let's get some powder on this face, because I feel like this is when everything really truly starts to, you know, come together and look nice and I'm happy with things. This is like the make or break part of makeup for me. I just need something that I know is gonna like work, hold my makeup in place, really contribute to the matte look that I want for today, but it also gives that really bright under eye. Not too brightening or anything like that, like it's not extreme, but it helps, you know. Like, just look how much better things are looking. I love the transformation with powder. I'm telling you guys, there's nothing like it. Let's jump into the eyeshadow. So the first thing I want to do is take this Morphe Manny MUA palette, and I'm going to take Zaya, which is this shadow right here, and I'm going to pop this in the outer corner as well as a little into the crease of my eye. Now going into the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette, I'm going to take the dark brown and I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm going to start working this on the outer corner as well. I do want a little more of like a darker, smokier look on the outer corner. I'm not necessarily going for like some complete like smoky eye or anything like that, but I do like darker shadows and tones on the outer portion. So I'm just going to start by using this shadow. So if you guys remember my replication of this Selena Gomez makeup look that she had on, I kind of want to take some inspiration from that whole look in general with the whole pop of color in the inner part of the eye. I was going to put like a shimmer down, but I can't think of a shimmer that I really like right now outside of what we used in the last video, and I really don't want this to be the same. So we're just going to go in with the pop of color. Now I have this palette right here from BH. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and there's a lot of different colors in here. I am wearing a green blazer. It's kind of like a yellow green. So I think what I'm going to do is mix this green shade here with this like yellow green shade here. So these two, mix them together, and I'm going to place that in the inner part of the eye. So our lashes are on, and now we can move on to finishing up this face. I really want to see this look truly come together. So I'm going to start by bronzing my skin. I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar bronzer to start. I'm going to put this, you know, everywhere, of course. And then I am going to go in with another bronzer that you guys know a lot about, which is the ABH bronzer. And I'm going to use this one to start, just to start, you know, giving some color back into the skin, because we definitely need that at this point. Like, we really do need it. For blush and highlight, I'm going to be using the same palette. I'm going to use this from Sephora collection, and I'm just going to take this like pale color and this one, and then pop that on the cheeks. So I'm going to move into the hair portion really quickly. It's not really much that I have to do, because as you guys can see, my hair has kind of like a wave, if you will, going on. So I'm going to take a little bit of my argan oil from Heritage, and I'm just going to place a drop of that in my hand. I don't need too much, and I'm just going to run this through very, very quickly. I like to concentrate this product mostly on the ends of my hair, just because they do tend to dry out a lot quicker. That is also where the blonde is, as you guys can see. I need to get my blonde touched up, honestly. But I'm just going to run that through quickly. And then to ensure that like my hair stays kind of like as it is and doesn't really, you know, mess up too much outside of it being blown in the wind, I will go in with a little bit of my IGK. This is the Good Behavior Spirulina Protein Smoothing Spray. So it has keratin like treatment in it, and it is also a heat protectant, but it also holds my hair kind of in place like a hairspray, if you will, but just softer, and it smells so good. Alright you guys, so I have my outfit on. Now before I give you the rundown of everything, let's go ahead and spray some perfume. So this is what the bottle looks like up close and personal. A really decent amount of product within the bottle. Beautiful. Smells so good. I'm gonna spray myself. Just lovely. Alright, now let's get into these outfit details, because I'm sure you guys want to know. So for the outfit, let's just start from the top and work our way down. So on top of my head, I do have these shades. They're from Nine West. As you guys can see, the pop of color that I did on the lid is, you know, complementary to the blazer that I have on from Anne Klein. The top is from H&M, the black top. The shorts are from Almost Famous. And then my shoes are from Miss Lola, which I love. And then my bag that I'm carrying is nice and see-through, which I love. And it is from TJ Maxx. And everything except for my phone in there is Michael Kors. The bracelets, I don't really know where you guys can get them. I've had them for forever. And my necklace, my girlfriend gave me, which was once hers. So I do not know where that's from. But maybe I can ask her and maybe she'll know. Maybe she won't. I don't know. But this is today's brunch outfit, which I think is super cute, very summer appropriate, and I feel grown and sexy, so nothing wrong with that. Alright beauties, so this is the end of today's video. We've done the hair, we've done the makeup, we've even done fragrance, and I've shown you my outfit details. As always, I will have everything listed down below. I will link the outfit details down below if I can find the pieces. If not, I will try to find similar pieces to link. I mean, because if you guys are interested in an alternative, that will be there for you as well. And of course, you guys cannot forget the link and the discount code for the fragrance will be listed down below as well. Again, luxury product at an affordable price point. I mean, who wants to miss out on that? Of course, you don't have to use the discount code if you don't want to. You don't even have to purchase if you don't want to, but it's there for those of you who want it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. I love you. I'm gonna run now, and I will see each and every one of you in my next upload.